How's it going, everybody? I hope you're all having a good day. Today we're going to go to the flea market, and before that we're going to check out a package from eBay, and before that we're going to give something away like we always do on this show. I want to apologize as always for my lack of videos. Pretty much over the past year, I spent too much time in 2020 working out and trying to get in better shape and playing video games that I wasn't left with a whole lot of time to actually put videos together or create content. I was still going out hunting and everything, so I have plenty of footage of just getting everything put together, narrated, and packaged up nicely. I beat about 50 games in 2020, maybe a couple more, maybe a couple less, right around there. My favorite was definitely Sekiro, one of my favorite games of all time. I did end up going through all the Dark Souls games, and I beat Demon Souls as well, and then I beat Bloodborne back in 2019. So I finished up the whole From series, and I thoroughly enjoyed them all, even Dark Souls 2. I know that the year is already 2/3 over, but I want to start playing less games and creating more content, and release videos on a more regular basis. Now let's give something away. The way you get entered into this contest is just leave a comment about absolutely anything you want on this video. And if you really don't have anything to say about the video, just say hi or leave a name of a YouTube channel that you think I should check out. So the winner today is Paul Santa Barbara. So Paul, if you're reading this, send me a message to getinyournerdon13@gmail.com and I will get something out in the mail to you. And finally, before we go to the flea market, we'll be opening a single package from eBay. This is a Game Boy Advance side-scroller called Spirits and Spells. I did play through it, and even though the controls could be a little tighter and a few things could have been done differently, I did like it. I'm really surprised that they didn't dumb down the gameplay or mechanics, considering that it's directed towards a younger audience. After you beat the game, you unlock a time attack mode, which focuses on completing the game as fast as possible, and it actually kills you if you're too slow. Spirits and Spells, also known as Castleween outside of North America, was developed by Magic Pockets, published by Dreamcatcher, and released in 2003 exclusively for the Game Boy Advance. A 3D version of the game was also created for PlayStation 2 and GameCube. Despite the GBA and GameCube games being released all over the world, the PlayStation 2 version never made it to North America. Alicia and Greg are on a quest to rescue their friends from the boogeyman after their souls were stolen while out trick-or-treating. Both characters have different abilities and can be swapped between at specific candlelit altars. Alicia, who is dressed up as a witch, can jump a single time, attack enemies by throwing her hat, and float down from large heights so that she doesn't take fall damage. Greg, who is dressed up as a devil, can double jump and attack with his pitchfork, but he will die if he falls from too high. The game contains multiple levels and stages that take you through a cemetery, a haunted house, and a secret laboratory, each culminating with a boss fight. Alright, so now we're finally going to hit the flea market. Nice find right away. We have some Wii games here that are $2. Most of them are 10-footers, but I will be grabbing one of them. We got some DVDs on top, some CDs to the side. For the games, there's Shadow Warriors on the Wii, Battle for the Pacific, Wipeout, and a game I have been looking for forever, Mad Dog Mccree Gunslingers Pack. This is one of the last light gun games that I need for the console. Here's a box of some random stuff, some movies and games. There's a VR headset there and then a television plug-and-play in the back. The games here are $1 a piece. There's Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. What else we got in here? NBA 2K12. There's a copy of Return to Castle Wolfenstein, which I would have bought if I even realized it was there, even though I looked directly at it. Cooking Mama World Kitchen, Recess, John Q. There's Nacho Libre, one of my favorite movies of the 2000s. Here's Guitar Hero 3. Grab it every time you see it. It's a great game, and there's always someone looking for it if you don't need it. Here's two more tubs of movies with a couple games mixed in. There's NBA Live 07. I believe the movies here are $2, and the games are $5 or $7 a piece. This is NBA Street Volume 2. This game has shot up quite a bit. It's come down, but it's still like about $25. There's no manual or disc in there. I asked the guy if he would just sell it to me for $2. He told me I could just have it. I recommend you just ask for the case whenever there's a game disc missing because people tend to just throw them away. Here is a table of games which are $3 a piece or 2 for $5. Tiger Woods PGA Tour 13 there, Connectimals, Madden 09, Mass Effect 2, Virtua Tennis 4. I actually don't see that game very often. There's NCAA Football 11, Ghost Recon, World Tour Poker, Bratz, NHL 2003, Medal of Honor, SOCOM, FIFA. A bunch of 10-footers here, Freak Style, True Crime, but there's still a pretty decent selection. You can easily find at least 2 games in here. Connect Sports, Connect Adventures, Walking Dead Survival Instinct. I made a video about that a little while ago. Guitar Hero Live, MLB 11 The Show. Yeah, I liked Walking Dead Survival Instinct. It might not look like it, but it's a pretty complex game. There's a ton of stuff going on. And if you're into that kind of game and the series it's from, I think you'll like it. UFC 2010, Black Ops, BioShock 2, Madden 11, Splinter Cell, Madden 15. Here's a copy of Black Ops 2. I don't pick this up here, although I should have. It's like over $20 now or around $20. Medal of Honor, NCAA Football 10, Michael Phelps. There's a copy of Rainbow Six 3 Black Arrow back there. It doesn't say only for Xbox, but I'm pretty sure that's an Xbox exclusive. UFC, Gears of War, Ghost Recon, Madden. There's Ford Racing 2, NFL Street 2. We just talked about a street game. This is another one in the series, just a different sport. Always pick them up when you see them. Someone is always looking for them. There are like 2 modern versions of the street games. One is for FIFA and one is for NBA Street. They were on the 360 and the PS3, but other than that, I think the PS2 is where most of them are. Haunted Mansion, Fighters Uncaged, another Call of Duty World at War, another Madden. So anyway, yeah, again, you can easily find 2 things there. Here is a Stone Cold Steve Austin RC truck. I'm not going to buy it. I just think it looks amazing. Here are some games on the table, $3 a piece. Most of these are 10-footers. Madden 17, there's another Madden, there's FIFA. And here is a copy of Skate 3. Always pick it up for $3. In my opinion, very fun game, and there's a new one coming out for the series soon. It was announced last year. Here are 3 games here. We Play, Just Dance 2, and Wheel of Fortune. Guy told me I could take all 3 for $5, so I'm going to pick them up. And they're all in like new condition. I wouldn't be surprised if no one's ever played them. Here's a tub of mostly PS2 games with a couple 360, Wii, and PS1 games mixed in. This was left out in the rain, so the guy probably came to set up on Friday to be all ready on Saturday morning. I didn't cover anything up and did pour it in here, and you'll see it in some of them. There's GoldenEye. I believe these games are $3 a piece. Corvette, Blitz. Decent selection here. There's Grand Theft Auto in there. Here's Call of Duty World at War. Mercenaries up there. Motocross Mania. There's Seek and Destroy. Here is Power Drone. There's a copy of Spider-Man below that. Disc-only copy of Kung Fu Panda for the Wii. And this is the one that I was talking about. Here is Brunswick Circuit Pro Bowling. And you can see that this thing is just completely waterlogged. There's like water dripping out the bottom. So just keep in mind when you're buying this stuff to make sure that you note the condition. Here are some wired and wireless, official and unofficial Xbox and 360 controllers. I do try to pick up every official wired 360 controller that I can find that's under $5 or $10. I'm a huge fan of them, and they're worth their weight in gold in my opinion. They're lighter because they don't require the battery pack, and they're just a very comfortable controller. And look around for the breakaway cable because it's detachable, so it could be there, but it's just not connected. Here's a Robo Poochie. It was originally made by Sega, and this is a smaller version that was made for McDonald's Happy Meals. They came out with multiple animals and in different colors. If you have the time when you're going around the flea market and you see these kind of dump pile of games, like mostly 10-footers, there's FIFA, soccer, 10 and 11, I recommend you go through them if you have the time. There's NBA 2K13, I Spy, Madden 18. Again, most of the stuff is just like dump piles of stuff people can't sell or just like junk that they found, you know, in a clean out or something. But every now and then you do find something good. And here's another stack. They have $10 stickers on them, but the guys say the games are $5 a piece. Bunch of junk sports games in here, but there's a copy of Tiger Woods PGA Tour 14, which I'm going to pick up if I can find it. Has a copy of Madden in there. That's actually the last Tiger Woods game that was ever released. So I'm going to go through and see if I can find the disc. Here's NHL 13, Madden 25, NBA Live 08, a bunch of junk, but go through it if you have the time. Then you open up Madden and there's a copy of NCAA 14 in there. That game spiked in 2020. It was like over $100, $150 for like a complete copy of the game. So for $5, no brainer, I'm grabbing it. Here is another bin of just random stuff. Here's a copy of Minecraft Story Mode. This is the Telltale game. Most of the stuff in here is probably $2 or $3 a piece. This game specifically for Minecraft, the guy saw it said Minecraft, so he said he wanted $15 for it, but it was disc only and scratched, and it's not even the complete edition of the game. If you're into the Telltale stuff, I recommend you grab it, probably sooner rather than later. There's a couple compilations out there so you can get the stuff cheaper. I personally loved The Wolf Among Us, one of my favorite games that I played last year, just really well done. But yeah, Telltale made a lot of great games. A lot of their content has since been delisted because it's licensed, so if you ever run into any of it and it's a good price, grab it. Here's another lot of games that were $3 each. There's a copy of Halo 2 up there. To the right of that is American Chopper. Oh, of course, she said like everything was $3, and as soon as I picked up Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games, she's like, oh no, that one's 10. As we play up there, Guitar Hero 2. 360 is definitely the place to get the Guitar Hero games, in my opinion. There's some Skylanders up in the top left. We'll see some Skylanders games in a future video because some of them actually are worth some money. There's Rocksmith down there. Saints Row, Dead Rising 2, another copy of Guitar Hero 3. Again, there's always people looking for that game. NCAA up there. To the right, we got some PS4 games. There's NBA 2K17, The Sims. There's a controller over there. Boogie on the PlayStation 2. Here's the copy of Rocksmith. For some reason, I have the cable that goes to that, so I'm going to grab it. I got it in a trade at some point. And yeah, the cable's required. You have to plug your guitar in, and it's like a 1/4-inch jack to a USB that plugs directly into the console or your computer or whatever. So yeah, I'm going to grab these. I'm going to put We Play back because I just grabbed a copy earlier. And I really don't want to spend $10 on Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games because that's pretty much what it's worth, and I don't need any more of them. And here's this copy of Saints Row and Saints Row 2 double pack. I've actually never played any Saints Row game, and I've never even seen the double pack, so I'm going to grab it. No manual. I don't know if one came with this. What did I say, $3, $2? I don't know, somewhere around there, $2, $3 a piece. Those are what I'm buying. Here's a bin of like stuffed animals with games thrown in. There's some Sonic games. It's all Xbox in pretty good shape. There's a copy of Battlefront 2 for the Xbox, and that game has absolutely plummeted in price recently. Still a great game, and it's in great shape. So I believe these are $4 a piece. I'm going to grab it. Into the Matrix, I already have. Sonic Heroes and Sonic Plus Collection, I should have grabbed, or Sonic Collection Plus, whatever it's called. I didn't need them, so I put them back. I didn't think that they were worth too much, and I don't think Sonic Collection is, but Sonic Heroes has definitely gone up in price. And then the other one is Republic Commando, which I'm going to grab as well. Both in great shape, and both great games. Here is one of the more odd finds of the entire video. This is a Super Nintendo Multitap. This is the one that came with the Bomberman game in like the big oversized box. And it's in this bin of like, I don't even know, like remote controls and wires and tools and stuff. There are some other games thrown in here. There is some Genesis game. I can't read what that says. Here's Joust for the 5200. I don't have any 5200 games, so I think that was $1, so I'm going to grab it. NBA Showdown 94 for the Genesis up there. What else do we have in here? There's NHL 95. And then finally, here is a Nintendo 64 or Super Nintendo game case. The guy wants $10 for this. The outside isn't in the greatest shape, but I'm grabbing it regardless. I showed one of these in a previous video. I pick them up anytime I run into them. They are a good way to store your games, but unfortunately, they've gotten pretty expensive over the years. And here's that Nintendo case once it's been cleaned and has games put into it. This does fit 24 Super Nintendo or Nintendo 64 games, and you can put them in any order that you want. There's another version of this that is half the size that only fits 12 games. My only issue with this storage solution is that because N64 games don't have end labels, it's always going to be a pain to know which game is where, but if you pair this with some end labels from eBay or Etsy, I think it'll be a good combination. And here's the Mad Dog Mccree Gunslinger pack. I am kind of in love with this era of gaming right now, these cheesy FMV games, not really sure why. It's a whole genre we really don't even see anymore. It's nice to see this game get some quality of life updates like adding multiplayer, video upscaling, and a new interface. One of the byproducts of the Wii is that it was natively able to recreate these light gun game experiences, and they released quite a few of them on the console. Mad Dog Mccree Gunslingers Pack is a collection of 3 live-action arcade shooters released physically for the Nintendo Wii in 2009 and later digitally for the PlayStation 3 in 2013. The trilogy was originally developed by American Laser Games and landed in arcades between 1990 and 1994. The games included are Mad Dog Mccree, Mad Dog 2: The Lost Gold, and The Last Bounty Hunter. Like many other shooters on the Wii, the collection makes use of the Wiimote's motion control to play like old-style light gun games without the use of light gun technology. The first Mad Dog game has you attempting to save the mayor and his daughter, while the second has you searching for lost gold. The Last Bounty Hunter doesn't involve Mccree at all, but rather has you tracking down 4 outlaws and bringing them in dead or alive. Originally released as 1 or 2 player games, all 3 have been updated to allow for up to 4 people to play simultaneously. Both versions of the collection received new interfaces and had their video quality upscaled with the PS3 version up to 720p. So when I bought this controller, it was $5. I didn't look close enough at the cable at the end of it, and the pins are bent, so this cord is useless. So we're going to replace it. I bought the replacement through eBay from China for like $250 or something like that with free shipping, and it took forever to come in, like forever, over a month and a half, maybe even 2 months. It took so long to come in that I thought it was lost in the mail. So I recommend if you need 1, buy 3. If you need 2, buy 4 or 5. If you're doing this a lot, just buy 10. They're not very expensive. And trust me, nobody around you is going to have any replacements for these. You're going to have to get them online. I have a container up above to hold the screws. I have a small screwdriver set to the right. The wired 360 controllers just take a Phillips screwdriver to open them, but the wireless ones require the security bit. You can get both of them online real cheap, couple bucks shipped to your house. When I opened this, I was surprised to see that the cable was soldered directly to the PCB. I thought there would be a socket. I'm going to guess that this came down to saving a penny or something for Microsoft, so they went that route. And because the main cable was soldered directly to the PCB, I was surprised that the rumble pieces actually connect via a socket. This is like soldering 101 here. Fortunately for everybody though, there's only 4 solder points that you have to desolder. Make sure you always compare the old cable to the new cable. This is the old one because the wire lineup for this was different on the new one. I had to take the pieces out and swap them around to what the old one looked like, and it works fine. So for some reason it was in the wrong order. I'm not sure why. And while you have the controller open, just clean all the connections, clean the pieces, clean everything else in there. Dead skin gets in there, all kinds of nasty dust and stuff. You'll see some terrible things when you open controllers to start cleaning them. Then just start putting everything back together. Don't force anything. It should go just nice and smooth. Then you just got 7 screws on the back that need to be screwed in. Then you flip it over and you should be all done. But of course, I'm an idiot and I wasn't paying attention and I didn't put the thumbstick covers on. So now I get to take it apart again and put it back together properly this time. And here it is, all cleaned up and ready to go. Thumbstick covers in place where they're supposed to be. Brand new cable installed that came with the breakaway piece. Yeah, this is the controller that I use all the time when I'm gaming on the computer. If I'm not using my keyboard and mouse, I just feel like it's really comfortable. And as soon as you plug it in to your computer, because it's made by Microsoft, it just works. And here's the Super Multitap. I have been looking for this exact one for quite a while now. This allows you to play with up to 5 people on a game as long as the game supports it. The Multitap that I currently have is a third-party one that doesn't work all that great. Here are the 3 games that I got for $5. Very clean. They all look brand new. I would not be surprised, like I said, if these games have never even been played. We got Just Dance 2, we have We Play, and then Wheel of Fortune. I was never the biggest Wheel of Fortune fan, but after I ran out of Jeopardy episodes to watch on Netflix, I started watching it, so I'm kind of into it now. Here we have Tiger Woods PGA Tour 13. That is the second to last one that was released for Tiger Woods in general. We got NFL Street 2, top right. Bottom left, Guitar Hero 3. You guys know that Guns N' Roses is my favorite band of all time. Appetite for Destruction, in my opinion, is the greatest album ever recorded. And Slash is in that. And then we got the NBA Street Volume 2 case in the bottom right. Here we have 3 Xbox One games. Zombie Army Trilogy in the top right. Dying Light, The Following in the top left. Ark in the bottom left. I have footage of finding them. I have no clue where it is. I can't find it. They were $5 a piece or 3 for $12. And then the bottom right, we have that copy of NCAA Football 14 that I found in the Tiger Woods case. Here is Rocksmith 2014. I have to say I am legitimately impressed with what they have put together here. I'm pretty sure this can teach anybody how to learn to play guitar. There's all kinds of stuff going on in this game, not just playing along to the songs. And even though this game is a successor to the previous one in the line, it is actually compatible with all of the downloadable content from the game that came before it. Like I said, though, remember, you have to have the cable in order to play this. You got to plug the guitar in somehow. This is the official one that I got somewhere. I have no clue. I got this in some trade. This is a well-made cable, but if you can't find it at the flea market or something and you have to buy a third party, it's probably going to cost you about 20 bucks. Rocksmith 2014 was developed and published by Ubisoft and originally released in 2013 for the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360. It was later remastered and re-released in 2014 for the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. Rocksmith 2014 is the successor to the original Rocksmith, and just like the first game, 2 people can play together as long as you have 2 real-tone cables. Rocksmith is very similar to Guitar Hero or Rock Band, with the big difference being the game has you playing an actual guitar. Rocksmith provides multiple tools at your disposal that allow you to focus on learning lead, rhythm, or bass guitar. Some of these tools include a tuner, video lessons, session mode, and different types of mini-games which teach you fundamentals like slides, chords, and string skipping. Rocksmith 2014 contains over 50 songs on disc by Alice in Chains, Iron Maiden, Radiohead, System of a Down, and many, many more. It is also forward compatible with the metric tons of downloadable songs from the original game. Alright, so a few more games. Top left, we have Star Wars Battlefront 2. Top right, we have Star Wars Republic Commando. Bottom left, we have the Saints Row 2 collection. Bottom right, we have a game that there's no footage of, but it was $2 and it was the last Viva Pinata game that I needed. It's in beautiful shape and complete. Viva Pinata, Trouble in Paradise. So now I believe I have all of them for the 360. And here's a Funko Pop from Horizon Zero Dawn. This is Aloy. I found this on a vendor's table for $5. I have to say I was stunned on how good of condition the box was on this, considering nobody took care of it. Can't beat it for $5. This pop is valued like over $100 right now. I love her hair. The design is really well done on this pop, and the new one that they released of her, I really don't like at all. Last things for the video, top left, that is the old faceplate that I had in my Xbox 360. We'll touch on that in a minute. Top right, that is a wireless controller port for the PlayStation 1 and the PlayStation 2. Back to the left, that is the new faceplate that's going to go on my 360. So I bought both of those from a vendor for $5 each. When I saw the Sylvania, I believe that's how you pronounce it, that was a name brand in the 90s, maybe early 2000s, and it's brand new. It's never been used, and the quality looks really good. It looks well built. So for $5, you can't go wrong there. And it also even does the rumble wirelessly. And then we have 4 Game Boy Advance SP chargers on the bottom. I walked by a vendor's table. He had a ton of cables and stuff, said everything on the table is $1 a piece. There were 4 of those AC adapters, so I just grabbed all of them. So that's what I picked up recently. What have you picked up? What have you been playing? What have you been listening to, reading, watching, whatever? Just let me know. And if you do need any help in Dark Souls, just tell me which bonfire you're at and I will come by and help you beat whatever boss is holding you up. Just in case you were wondering, this is my character from Dark Souls 2 in the 3rd DLC, Crown of the Ivory King, which was my favorite. Thanks for watching, and as always, stay nerdy.
Getting your nerd on, getting your nerd on, getting your nerd on.
I got a raging nerd on.